Hi, let's learn about a branch of an artificial intelligence, and that is machine learning. So, let's begin what is machine learning? So, whenever you go and watch YouTube videos, and next time when you log in, you see that the recommended videos are closely related to the previous videos which you have watched. And even when your phone unlocks with your face, so that's machine learning in action. So mainly what is machine learning is as you can see over here, it tells how computers learn from data. So for example, what happens in machine learning is machine learning, it simply teaches computers to learn from a data instead of programming like every single step. Previously, whenever we had to tell a computer to do something, we had to program every step by step. But now we produce a training and a test and a training data sets, and with that, the machine learns by itself. On the right side, you can see an image of a cat. So if we load multiple thousands of images of cats and dogs, computer does not memorize like humans. Instead, it identifies a specific patterns and differentiates which is a cat and which is a dog. Let's see how it works. So first we feed the system with the data. Then an algorithm studies that data and builds a model. Once that model is trained, it can make predictions like if the image is a cat or if the image is a dog, depending on that. That's where the training and the test data set scenarios come here. And there are three types of machine learning. The first one is supervised machine learning, the second is unsupervised, and the last one is reinforcement learning. Let's look at what is a supervised learning. A supervised learning, as you can see here, it is trained with labels. So what that means is the computer has specific labels. For example, if you want to mark an email as a spam or a not spam or anything like that, the model studies the patterns and then predicts if the email is a spam or not. Same way, if a doctor has to differentiate with the X-ray images, if the patient is healthy or unhealthy, they train with specific labels, and through that they determine if the patient is healthy or not. And that's where supervised machine learning comes in. And the second one is unsupervised learning. So in unsupervised learning, the key thing is it finds hidden patterns. What I mean by that is that they don't, unlike the first one, it doesn't use labels. It works without labels. Instead, the computer looks for hidden patterns. For example, there are two types of customers. This is how some of the famous, I mean, the marketing targets its customers. There are one types of customers who purchase based on the budget. Other types of customers purchase based on the luxury items. So customers could be categorized, and a targeted sales could be done based on if the customers purchasing habits are based on budget, or is it on the luxury items. And that's one example. Even whenever you're watching Netflix or a YouTube video, as I initially mentioned, that's where unsupervised learning is in action. Now the last one is reinforcement learning. It learns by trial and error method. So what I mean by trial and error method is that there is a feedback system for it. So there are specific actions, and through that particular actions, a feedback system is fed into the system. So by those actions, it learns. For example, let's take an example of a vehicle driving. If the vehicle stays in the lane for every 2 miles, it gets rewarded, and that's the feedback which it is been given. But if it drifts off the lane, it gets penalized. So the use of this reward and penalizing system, the reinforcement learning works. So good actions like staying in the lane gets rewarded, bad actions, they drift off the road, they get penalized. Similarly, even when some of the famous artificial intelligence chess players, which you see, that's also done through the reinforcement learning. So let's recap what we learned. What is machine learning? Machine learning is mainly, learning from data and improving over time with experience. That's so like the technology powers, everyday tools like from healthcare to finance and self-driving cars. In the next video, we will learn about, training and testing a data set and also feature scaling. Thank you.